At ease. It's your boy Soul Immortal. When I say the name Jim Jones, the majority of you are gonna think about, rapper from the Dipset that's put out several hits. But a portion of you guys are gonna think about the Jim Jones from the 70s, right? Now, for y'all that don't know about the real Jim Jones, just a brief history. Jim Jones was a minister. I believe he was out of Indiana, right? And at some point, he decided to take his show on the road. I know he set up camps in San Francisco. I know he set up camps in Mexico, and he finally set up a camp in Guyana, which was eventually referred to as Jonestown. That's where he would find his demise, right? To make a long story extremely short, right? Jim Jones had convinced his congregation in that area that it was time to, ascend. It was time to go, to the other world, right? And he convinced 900 plus people to drink a mixture of Kool-Aid and cyanide, right? And this is what we refer to now as the Jonestown massacre, right? But what you have to understand is, everybody didn't pass during that transition. Some people escaped. Some people just happened to not be there that day, and they survived, right? So years later, when people were interviewed about the activities that were taking place in that camp, they were saying like they were asked, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And what the people were saying was, they said, Jim was a fantastic minister. We met on Sundays, we met on Wednesdays, and Jim always gave a solid message. But when it comes to, the thing that made people, get in this trance, the thing that make people, drink the Kool-Aid, so to speak, right, were the subliminal messages, right? And the lady was like, well, what do you mean by subliminal messages? She said, well, it doesn't matter where you were on the camp. You could have been in a garden planting, seeds. You could have been, in the back few acres, cutting wood, painting fences. You could have been in the kitchen cooking meals. She said, wherever you were, there were speakers playing these messages. And these messages had a subliminal effect on the people. And the lady said, I believe this is what put us in this trance, right? I'm telling you, brothers, our music today is Jonestown. Our playlist is Cyanide.
Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you on based on, whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
Now, I've been wanting to talk about this on a video for a while now, and I've had this conversation with a number of brothers one-on-one. But the thing that sparked it is this morning, I got a call from a brother that I hadn't talked to since 8th grade.
Hey, look, what's good, bro? I know you be on some deep shit, man. Bro, I was just sitting here burning some gas, bro, jamming old school rap like D-Nice, Dana Dane, the old KRS-One, all that Public Enemy type shit. So what I'm getting at is, bro, I ain't just, got it all together, but it just crossed my head while I was burning, and it was like, man, back in the day. So now, as you know, like I know, because we from the same era, bro, at first, rap was looked at like, it's a fad, until black people started wearing African medallions, Malcolm X, and started wanting to know the knowledge, because that's what they was rapping about. So next thing you know, bro, the gangster rap came, right or wrong, gangster rap came. Now niggas feel like it's cool to gang bang, you know what I'm saying, sell dope, toe the nine, and all that shit. And it's been held in a handbasket ever since, bro.
Now, brothers, I've been saying this for years. And the thing is, I witnessed this firsthand. I saw this transition, and a lot of you brothers saw this transition take place. I can remember seeing brothers, wearing polka dot shirts, wearing shiny shoes, dancing at talent shows every year. And in a matter of one season, everybody was an OG. Everybody went from that to slamming hats, to sagging pants, to toting guns and using them. I remember back in the days, man, East Texas, 903. When you talk about Longview, when you talk about Marshall, when you talk about Tyler, Texas, when you talk about crossing that state line, Louisiana, brother, it was a crazy time back in the 90s, man. And I saw this transition take place, man. And looking back on it, I'm like, bro, I can applaud the effort. I can applaud the plan. Because, brother, it was strategy 101. It was destroying your enemy from the inside. See, you know, we can look and talk about Tuskegee all we want. This is Tuskegee on 10. We can talk about Black Wall Street. This is Black Wall Street on a nationwide level, brothers. I'm telling you, man, this is the destruction. This is one of the deciding destruction factors of our people, man, our music. And I'm telling you, man, our music is Jonestown, and our playlist is Cyanide. You know, how many times have you heard me talk about Dr. Masaru Emoto? I'm butchering his name up, but the brother that had the water test experiment, right? He had a 30-day experiment where he took 2 bowls of rice, put 2 bowls of rice, put them in the exact same environment, right? To one bowl or to one jar of rice, he was speaking love and happiness and peace and joy and all these good things, right? And on the other side of the room, the other bowl of rice, jar of rice, the brother was speaking hate. He was speaking violence. He was giving anger and all these negative vibes, right? And the brother said after 30 days, you can look at the bowls of rice, and brother, they were night and day. One jar of rice still looked healthy, man. Looked like you could still almost eat it. Well, the other jar, man, was just molded. It was black, all kind of mold growing in it. And I'm like, how can a person look at that experiment? How can a person understand that experiment and not understand that our music is killing us from the inside out? So you telling me that these jars of rice that were subject to certain energies for 30 days, you know, it was saying that the water in these products is what this energy was attaching to. You telling me that giving these things, you know, hate or love for 30 days that made such a major difference, you know, is a real thing, but us listening to certain musics and certain vibes for 15, 20, and 30 years has no effect on us. Brother, you have to be out of your mind. With the body, I think the body consists of what, 70 plus percent water? And you're telling me it has a different effect on us? All you have to do is look at our men, look at our women, look at our children, look at our level of crime, look at our level of disease, and then look at our music. Is it not a direct reflection? Is it not a direct reflection, guys? I'm telling you. So what are you saying, Soul? That we should just eliminate that part of the culture? Or you saying we should cut all rap music out, all hip hop, all R&B? Because it's all of our music now. There was a point in time, man, where you could listen to the NWAs, right? But to clear your mind, you could go listen to the R&B music and say, you know what? All right, let me just chill for a little bit. But now the R&B music is just as toxic, man. It's just as toxic. So am I saying that we need to eliminate that? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we have to, at minimum, understand what it is and understand the damage that is capable of doing, right? So in other words, we have to look at our music now as a drug. You know what I'm saying? If you go out on the weekends and you're drinking some alcohol, you put a limit to that, because you know that in excess is damaging. You might be rolling one up on the weekend, toking some in the evening. I mean, yeah, you use that for your R&R, but you know that in excess is going to take your life, on a downward spiral. We have several vices that a lot of us attach to just to kind of blow out steam. And we have to put our music at this point, we have to put our music in that category of things that can possibly, shut us down, right? So no, I'm not saying we need to eliminate our music. Just understand what it is. You know, sometimes when I go to the gym and get on the treadmill, some days I want to be a dope dealer while I'm running. Some days I'm bumping, Pocket Full of Stones. Some days when I'm in the gym lifting, I'm bumping some Jeezy. I'm jamming some Slim Thug. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I understand that it's for entertainment purposes only. And the danger comes in when a huge amount of our people, of our kids, are looking at this as reality. You know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes dangerous. We have to put this. I mean, you can sit there and watch. You can watch horror films all day and it become destructive. You can sit there and watch those crime shows, those, Snapped and How Did They Do It and How to Get Away with Murder and all those type shows. If you watch those shows long enough, it's going to be damaging to you. So again, we just have to understand, man, that that this stuff in excess. First, we have to understand this stuff is a seed, right? Again, I go back and say, man, it was a master plan. It was a master plan because you got to understand this. You got to understand this. And for y'all that weren't alive then or weren't, old enough to see what was going on, but you got to understand how beautiful the plan was. You got to understand daily life. Well, for our people, man, was love, happiness, community, growth, culture. You could go to a house party and see every single person dancing, having fun. You could go to the movies, you could go to clubs, you could go anywhere, and the last thing on your mind was somebody fighting or somebody pulling out a gun, man. It was a different time. It was a different culture. And I think that the powers that be saw that and saw where we would be in the next 20 or 30 years and say, you know what? We have to put a stop to this. Now, you can have all these external factors, but it's like if we can get on the inside of them and eat them from the inside out, now we can defeat a people. And I'm telling you, a lot of us have seen this, man. I'm telling you, but if you haven't seen it from the beginning, you really don't understand, man. This is I'm telling you, brothers. All I'm saying is this. You have to understand that our music is Jonestown. Your playlist is Cyanide.
Like the music, man, is controlling the whole black community, bro. From the women to the young cats. Cause all the music is it's all destructive, man. Man, say, man, I'm on to some. You be on some deep shit, man. We need to chop it up, bro. Cause I be having some thoughts on my head. A lot of people want to understand, bro.